Hi, I'm Boriana. Welcome to my channel Art Unplugged. Today I want to talk to you about two of the most popular artworks in the world. They share the same subject, a kiss, yet they couldn't be more different from each other. One of them is, of course, The Kiss of Gustav Klimt, one of the best loved and most reproduced artworks in the world. The other is the captivating sculpture of Auguste Rodin, another everyday icon. If two artworks on the same subject can be so different, does it mean that no two kisses are the same? And what is the secret of the enduring allure of the world's two favorite kisses? Let's see. The two kisses were created almost at the same time. Only 8 years separate Rodin's kiss, finished in 1899, from the kiss of Gustav Klimt, painted in 1907. And there are other similarities. Both Klimt and Rodin were revolutionaries, determined to break with convention and with the same tradition that defined art everywhere in Western Europe at that time. Working in the wake of the Impressionists, Rodin was to sculpture what the Impressionists were to painting. When he showed his statue The Age of Bronze in 1877, it caused an outrage. It was so different than what sculptures looked like at the time. The statue's apparent lack of a theme was troubling to critics, commemorating neither mythology nor a noble historical event. They called it an astonishingly accurate copy of a low type. Its mastery of form, light and shadow made the work look so naturalistic that Rodin was accused of having taken a cast from a living model. But Rodin wouldn't have it any other way. He fought fiercely for his creative independence and won. Towards the end of his career, he was hailed as Michelangelo's equal and is still recognized as one of the greatest sculptors who ever lived. Klimt, for his part, was one of the pioneers of modernism in Vienna. He too broke with tradition and had his share of controversy and rejection. When he was commissioned by the Ministry of Education to produce paintings for the Vienna University, he created 3 works so loaded with ambiguity, erotica and irrationality that it felt as if he had received his brief not from the conservative Ministry of Education, but from Freud himself. They were works of genius, in my view his most powerful work, but the scandal they created was so huge that Klimt returned the deposit and vowed never to take another public commission. This is the time when he decided to paint The Kiss. But let's take a closer look at the two kisses. In Klimt's kiss, we see two figures blending into each other in a tight embrace. Kneeling on a cliff, the lovers are shown completely absorbed in a kind of a pure but unreal cosmic space, enwrapped in an aura of gold which surrounds them like a halo. The averted face of the man reinforces the impression of isolation from the viewer. The figures merge in one single form, and the two bodies can be differentiated only by the pattern on their richly decorated garments. The man is given harsh forms of rectangular areas in black and grey, while the woman is endowed with soft, colorful circles and sinuous lines. Klimt has taken away the male-female tension from the bodies and encoded it in the opposition of rectangular and round patterns. Rodin's kiss originally represented Paolo and Francesca, two characters borrowed from Dante's Divine Comedy. Francesca was an Italian noblewoman who fell in love with her husband's younger brother Paolo, while they were reading the story of Lancelot and Guinevere. The couple are discovered and killed by Francesca's husband as they're exchanging their first kiss. Notice how the two intertwined figures form a double spiral, a dynamic shape, which is leading our minds to imagine the continuation of the erotic play that is unfolding in front of us. If in Klimt's kiss the passion is represented as blending together, or rather absorption of the woman by the man, for Rodin, passion is in the entanglement of two forces, a dynamic interaction of opposites. This is further emphasized by the contrast between the fluid, smooth modeling of the figures and the stone deliberately left rough with visible tool marks, something that Rodin liked to do a lot in his work. The sculptor must learn to reproduce the surface, which means all that vibrates on the surface: soul, love, passion, life, said Rodin. In Klimt's kiss, the male clearly dominates. He initiates the little action that takes place in the painting. The woman is passive, kneeling in a clear pose of submission. On the contrary, in Rodin's kiss, the active party is the woman. Her figure carries all the movement. The man is receiving her with a gentle, protective gesture of only one of his arms. At the time of creating the kiss, Rodin was in the throes of a turbulent love affair with his student Camille Claudel. 24 years younger than him, Claudel was driven, passionate, and very talented. She became his lover, model, and muse. Some even believe that they collaborated on certain works. When she appeared in his life, Rodin's work became more sensual, as we can see not only from the kiss, but from other works too. Claudel's own work mirrors the same intensity. There is little doubt that in the kiss, Rodin poured his own infatuation with Camille, who loved and sculpted with the same passion as him. But we have a completely different story in the case of Klimt. His fascination with women bordered on obsession. He is rumored to have slept with every woman whose portrait he ever painted, and fathered 14 illegitimate children over the course of his lifetime. Women filled both his canvases and his studio, where they lounged nude in abundance alongside the artist's many beloved cats, ready to freeze at Klimt's command when a pose caught his attention. All said, it would be really difficult to convince me that there was no element of exploitation in all this. But there was one constant woman in his life: the fashion designer Emilie Flöge. They were soulmates, sharing the same ideas and aesthetics. Some of his sitters are wearing Flöge's creations on their portraits. All the same, it is believed that they never had a physical relationship. Some say that the kiss reflects Klimt's relationship with Flöge. There might be some truth in it, but I think it goes beyond that. I believe that the kiss is an expression of his own complicated relationship with love and sex in general. Let's see. Unlike Rodin, he conveyed the erotic in his painting with a minimum display of flesh. It is the body language that carries that tension. While we are left with no doubt about the bull-like virility of the man, whose hands are locked around the woman's neck, there is a palpable uncertainty about the female figure. Look at the averted face, as if to avoid his lips. The fingers of her right hand are curled, as if trying to avoid touching the man's skin. Her left hand appears to be pushing her away from his chest. Her feet are the only element outside the golden bubble, and her curled toes convey tension. Somehow I don't see wholehearted consent here, and this painting tells me that Klimt didn't see it either. In Rodin's kiss, there is immediacy, impatience. Passion is a whirl of pulsating flesh, light and shadow. Love is an elemental force of nature. Klimt's painting, on the other hand, is full of symbolic ambiguity. Passion is under covers, which makes it all the more titillating. In fact, some researchers believe that Klimt first painted his figures nude and then covered them in their ornamented garments. Rodin's sculpture emphasizes the individual and the concreteness of flesh. Shimmering in gold, Klimt's picture is ethereal. Love for Klimt is both on a pedestal and on the edge of a cliff. I have been lucky enough to see the two kisses in original, and they both have a powerful presence. The life-size marble of Rodin, with its beauty, dynamism, and corporality, takes your breath away and enters your bloodstream. And Klimt's kiss, with its golden glow, transports you into a shrine, a sacred space, which you share with 150 Chinese tourists with selfie sticks. So why do these two kisses, so different from each other, continue to fascinate us 100 years later? Well, first, for the obvious reason, they're beautiful and they're about love. But also because good art has the power to engage us emotionally, spiritually, physically, to evoke our memories, fantasies and fears, our yearnings and insecurities, the elusive, complex whole which we call our humanity.
Give me a kiss to build a dream on, and my imagination will thrive upon that kiss. Sweetheart, I ask no more than this, a kiss to build a dream on. Give me a kiss before you leave me, and my imagination will feed my hungry heart. Leave me one thing.
I hope you found this video interesting. Please give it a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. If you want to see my own artwork and stay connected, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. All the links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.